What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we're going to talk about the all-NBA team selections for the 2026 NBA season. But before we do that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, comment, tell anyone about the show. Trying to get the ratings up a little bit, just a little bit. And if you wonder where you've heard this before, that's because you've been listening to me Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I greatly appreciate you for your efforts. Now, we're going to talk about the all-NBA team selections. And you might be wondering, how do you even select them? Well, I'm going to tell you how I select mine personally. It's not the person who can get a bucket the most. They do get on the list from time to time for sure, but that's not it too. You can have a top rebounder or the most overall impacting player, right? Usually your stars are who are in on this list. It's not the top 15 best players. It's more so just who impacted their season for their team immensely. And it is broken down into three teams. That's how I look at it personally. So, team one, we got SGA from the Thunder, Jokic from the Nuggets, Wemby from the Spurs, Luka from my Lakers, and Cade Cunningham from the Pistons. I'm not going to talk about my gripes right now for the first team. Let's move on down to the second team. I'm just going to list them off right now. I'm going to do the same thing for the third team. We got Jaylen Brown from the Celtics, Kawhi Leonard from the Clippers, Donovan Mitchell from the Cavs, Kevin Durant from the Rockets, Jalen Brunson from the Knicks. And that encompasses the second team. Now, the third team, Tyrese Maxey from the 76ers, Jamal Murray from the Nuggets, Jalen Johnson from the Hawks, Jalen Duren, oh my gosh, from the Pistons, and then Chet Holmgren from the Thunder. So off top, we only had two teams that boasted two players on this list. We got OKC with SGA and Chet, and then you got Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham. I'm sorry, three teams. Where's my math going, right? But those are the Pistons, and then we got Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets. I got a couple of issues, right? Because hear me out, too. We do have a couple of snubs that we can talk about as well. Third team, I don't know. I'm okay with Tyrese and Jamal being up here. Jalen played well. I'm talking about Johnson from the Hawks. Jalen Duren, he had a good season, do not get me wrong. And I think he benefited more from the Pistons being a 1 seed in the East, because even if they were like a 3 seed, I still think Cade is going to be up here and probably on the first team still. Although him and JB could have flip-flopped personally for me. Jalen Brunson I'm talking about. But that's another discussion for another day. I've still had it, but, it's another discussion for another day. So I hear that. But Jalen Duren and Chet Holmgren are two players that I do think could have been taken off the third team. And you may be wondering, well, who might I put on this list? Well, I could have, actually, as I think about it, I probably could have brought down Donovan Mitchell from the second team to the third team. But again, we'll talk about that later. Deni Avdija from the Blazers. I don't know about Cat. Not as much. Don't get me wrong. Like, he played pretty well this season. Playoffs, he's been doing pretty well. But it's a regular season award, right? And I think during the regular season, Cat did perform well. He just didn't dominate or carry his team more so than a Deni Avdija did. Like, remember, Portland Trailblazers, nobody really expected them to make the playoffs. And they made the playoffs as a 7th seed. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, just if you're not a real sports fan, tell me who, or hell, if you are a sports fan, tell me who's on the Blazers right now. Go. Bet you $10 is going to be a short list for you personally. I can name a good amount of players on the Blazers. It's going to be tough for you. And that's my point. He didn't have the same caliber team that other players did. Not saying his team was trash, right? Because the Blazers actually didn't do that bad. But Deni played a really big part. He did prove us some things in the playoffs. But again, in the regular season, he was moving them puppies. He was hooping. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I think Deni could have been on the third team. Also, Scottie Barnes. Scottie Barnes played phenomenal this season. Early on, they were like, a 2 seed? It was looking like the Raptors might even be in the thick of things when it talks about contention. I didn't think they were contenders. I still don't have them as contenders. And personally, I think Scottie Barnes needs to be a second option paired with Anthony Edwards. But again, that's another discussion for another day. Scottie Barnes could have been another player that could have also been the third team. We're talking about, again, carrying the Raptors. He's arguably their best player. Yes, they have B.I. R.J. Barrett played well for him for sure. They were injured a little bit too. I hear you all that. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, I think Scottie Barnes or Deni Avdija should have been selected for that third team, all NBA caliber team. You know what I'm saying? Like they had that talent. If you want to add Cat, I hear it. I do hear it. And I do think there's a world where maybe they outplayed both Jalen Duren and Chet Holmgren. More specifically, Chet Holmgren. But, I mean, Jalen Duren, he played well this season, too. Again, Chet, Depoy Race, Jalen, hell, we could possibly put him in the most improved category. Honestly, he played that well. But I could also see both of them getting off of the third team. But I'm not losing no sleep over the third team being selected, just to be clear. The second team, I only have a real gripe with Donovan Mitchell. I understand why he's there, but hear me out, though. I don't think Donovan Mitchell had a better season than Jamal Murray. I don't. I think Donovan Mitchell is a better player than Jamal Murray. I don't think Donovan Mitchell played better than Jamal Murray did this season. Jamal Murray was in the MVP race for me. Hell, I should make an argument for why Jamal Murray should even move up a little bit more. Same with Tyrese Maxey into the second team. So I hear you, right? They may not have the same fan base the way Donovan Mitchell does. But then again, as I think about it, hell, Jamal Murray got the Nuggets to focus on, and he got all of Toronto backing him. That's a solid amount of, you know what I'm saying, like support right there. So it's very baffling how Buddy really got up here the way he did. Like Donovan meaning. I thought Donovan should have been more on the third team. Again, he didn't play better than Jamal nor Tyrese. You can even argue Jalen Johnson because, again, the Hawks, they did all right. They did all right, right? They were a 6 seed. Cavs were a 4 seed. I don't know, man. That's a little tough. Even though the 76ers were a 7 seed, I hear you. I genuinely do. But the Cavs were a little bit healthier than the 76ers. And Tyrese had to keep elevating his team up. Donovan didn't have to do that as much. So, again, for me personally, I might not have had Donovan as that second team. But am I going to lose sleep? No. Jaylen Brown, actually, I lose a little sleep that JB couldn't have made the first team. I ain't going to hold you. I really do. Kawhi, if he had kept up that track record, that trend of him dominating the way he was during the regular season, hell, even All-Star, right? Like, even the All-Star game. If he was continuing that, and if the Clippers had moved up a little bit, I might have wanted to put Kawhi on that first team. But Kawhi as the second team, pretty solid. I will say that. Pretty solid. KD here, he kept his team afloat, even though his team was solid. Don't get me wrong. Alperen Sengun was there. You might have even thought, he should have been snubbed. He was snubbed. He should have been on the teams. I don't know about that this season. But he still played well. Amin Thompson played well. Like, he had some. Jabari Smith Jr. played good ball. Reed Shepard played some good basketball. They didn't have Fred VanVleet. I understand why KD's up here. Again, hell, KD was in the MVP race for me, top 5, maybe even low as number 6 for me. So having him on my second team, I'm not going to lose no sleep over personally. Only person the closest I would be losing sleep over is Donovan Mitchell. Should have been dropped to that third team. But again, we're here. It is what it is. I might lose more sleep that Jaylen Brown didn't make the first team, though. Like, I don't lose sleep that JB's on the second team. I thought he should have been on the first team because you want to wonder who I want to take off. It's Luka Doncic. On my Lakers, take him off. I hear you. We were a 4 seed. I get it. But remember though, he's the same player that he's always been, meaning he don't really defend like that. Meanwhile, JB gave maybe 2-3 less points, but more defensive focus. Like, and when I say focus, I mean JB's defensive. Like, he focuses more on that on defense. He focuses more on that than Luka does. And to be clear, hell, the Celtics had a better record than us. And we were, for the most part, healthy. I don't want to act like Austin Reeves, 1, doesn't matter, but 2, moves the goalpost for us even more. Like, it doesn't. Don't get me wrong. He's our third option, but hell, y'all see what happens when we have him as a third option. We don't do as well. Look at when we went up against the Nuggets a couple seasons ago. Lost. Then he was our third option yet again. At that time, it was arguable the first time. Then the second time, we go up in the first round, still lose. And he's supposed to be our third option. Like, we don't do well with Austin Reeves as a third option. Don't worry about the regular season. Kudos on the regular season, but hell, there were a lot of teams that did not perform well based on injury, or maybe they just underperformed. But we get a 4th seed, let's be clear. Warriors were injured. Rockets were injured. Remember, Fred VanVleet, that was a big impact. Wolves were even injured too. Those are 3 teams right there that were probably better than us end of day. And I personally think we would have dropped lower than that. Now we in the play-in. Then we end up getting to play the Thunder or the damn Spurs, which both of them would have put BTA work against us because they did so in the regular season. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think Luka should have been first team. I didn't have Luka higher than Jaylen Brown in my MVP list. I did not. Cade Cunningham, I did. It was arguable too, and honestly, once I thought he wasn't going to hit the games played threshold, which he technically did not, but they allowed him to be up here. Cool. Then I vaulted Cade right back above JB because I think nobody expected the Pistons to be this high this early. But we also didn't expect the Celtics to be that high this early too, so keep in mind, both of them had a surprise. Victor Wembanyama, understand why he did. His team was number 2 in the league, so as well as SGA. So I understand why they did that. And then Yoke, I understand that his team was a top 3 seed behind the Spurs and the Nuggets. I mean, the Spurs and the Thunder. I understand why he there. And he did his thing, even though he didn't play as many games, right? JB played more games than all these boys, if I'm not mistaken. His numbers were there too. We talking about the playmaking, the assists went up, the rebounds were solid. He was averaging about 28, 29 points a game on solid shooting. And again, his team was a 3 seed. I thought Jaylen Brown should have been from the second team to the first. You move down Luka Doncic. And again, Celtics looked better than the Lakers to me. So, yes, Luka had a miraculous, season or a month of averaging 30 points or something like that, ridiculous numbers. Then he got 600 points in the month of March. Kudos to him. Like he was hooping for sure. But I think from start to finish, Jaylen Brown played better basketball. So him being on the first team should have occurred over Luka Doncic. I think we just did a little disservice here. I might have even considered putting Kawhi Leonard in the mix for first option over Luka because, again, Kawhi does not have a real running mate right now. It was supposed to be Benedict Mathurin, and then Darius Garland got injured. Those are a little bit different than what Luka had because remember he still has LeBron James. Even though LeBron is old, right? 41. I heard you. LeBron has still been moving them puppies still. Freak of nature athlete, 6'8", 250, still running a good 40-yard dash, I'm assuming. Buddy is solid as a second option for sure. I don't know what to tell you. And then if we're looking at numbers, well, hell, Austin Reeves was giving us 25 points. So by some people's definition, that's a store. Hence why he might get paid the 5-year, $239 million or something like that offer, which I hope we do not give him unless we're looking to trade him. But even still, and this is another reason why I'm taking Luka off my damn first team personally, the man wouldn't want to trade Austin Reeves if we can get someone like Giannis. That's just stupid to me. Personally, hell, what? You want to? Okay, whatever, though. IQ clearly ain't there. That's a little bit biased, though, but if we're talking about on the court, during the game, I would have put Jaylen Brown higher than Luka Doncic. Also, I just want to say this, too, speaking of LeBron James. It is weird not seeing LeBron James on this list. I get it, right? He didn't play enough games. Kudos to him. But, what is it, 20? This is the 21st season that he has not been on an all-NBA team selection. That's pretty spectacular. I'm not going to lie to you. Tip of the cap to him again. His longevity is a masterpiece. It's beautiful. I appreciate the game. It's just weird to see it. It really is. It's just another indicator that he's going to be retiring at some point in time. Over the next 2 seasons, I'm expecting him to retire. That's just personally. Also, it's very weird that Bam Adebayo could not get selected to one of these teams. I hear it, though. I do hear it. I'm just saying in the season where he dropped 80 points in one game, 83 to be exact, damn, he couldn't get an all-NBA selection. That is tough. All I'm saying, bro, is it didn't. I bet you money it didn't happen to Will, and I bet you money it didn't happen to Kobe. They made an all-NBA team selection. Oh, that's disgusting work. I understand it. Next season, though, I will be curious who makes an all-NBA selection, who's a newcomer. Could it be a Deni Avdija? Could it be a Scottie Barnes? I don't think James Harden is going to make a comeback personally. LaMelo Ball, that could be interesting. Stephon Castle, I think that could be smooth. Also, J-Dub, Jalen Williams. Will he replace someone like a Chet Holmgren? Because he's technically viewed as OKC's second option. And remember, he did do pretty well in the finals just last season. So, let's see, especially, and imagine if the Thunder lose. What if that puts a chip on their shoulder? Now they're hungry. Ooh, I would love to see that as well. Also with Bam, can he become an all-NBA selection next season? I think that there's a possibility, but I do want to see what the Miami Heat do. They have some interesting talent for sure. Cooper Flag was up here as well, ladies and gentlemen. My man got a third team selection. Also, so did Derek White. Kudos to them. Brandon Ingram got one. Evan Mobley got one. I need to see more out of Evan Mobley because he has all NBA caliber talent. But until he actually displays his dominance more, which I think that's because he ain't working out enough as he should. Like, he need to bulk up a little bit the way Giannis did, which Giannis is a physical freak in comparison, so I hear you. But still, he needs to be able to do so and be able to dominate because, respectfully, if Evan Mobley, currently as constructed, is not the best player on the Cavs not going to win a championship. I don't know what to tell you. Brandon Ingram, he need to be the second option, which is why I need to see Scottie Barnes as an all-NBA caliber player. I do see him there. He needs to make that selection next season. Again, he got the talent. I think that the voters really just need to get that right next season. Cooper Flag, if we can get all NBA team selection next season, that'd be kind of tough, bro. That would be very tough to see happen. I ain't gonna lie to you. As a Duke fan, I would be very happy. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what do you all think of the all NBA team selections this season? Did you like them? Did you not like them? Who would you rather have as your first team, as your second team, as your third team? I told you I'm not really losing too much sleep over some of these selections. Maybe some on the first team, some on the second team, and then some on the third team. I could maybe do a couple change arounds. But I'm going to still get my sleep end of the day. So I'm curious who you all have. Let me know in the comment section below. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that does conclude the end of the episode. So please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone who's anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. I hope you're all having a good one. Take care.